Okay, so today we're going to process a pig. Just going to process one, so I'm just setting up all the gear, making sure it's all ready, and yeah, we'll have a pig in the cool room this afternoon. I'll show you our setup here. I've got a gas bottle going to a gas hot water system. It's not really a hot water system like you can find in your house, it's just a gas boiler, so that holds maybe 180 litres of water. So I've got that up to about 70 degrees. I've filled up this, well, I've half filled this bathtub, and that's sitting pretty hot now. I wouldn't be able to put my hand in there, so that's sitting at about 70 degrees. So after we get the pig and bleed her out, we're going to get her in the bathtub, make sure the pig's nice and warm. The fur should just scrape straight out. So I'm just checking the cool room that it's ready. So as soon as the pig's all de-haired and gutted, we're going to put it straight in the cool room. So we only just turned the cool room on, so it's still dropping in temperature, but I can feel it's cold. I can check the temperature at the front, but in 20 minutes or so that'll be down to temperature. We're running about 3 to 4 degrees, and yeah, all good. This is the pig that we're going to process today. I've just separated her because I didn't really want to shoot her while she's in with the others. So the others, they're a little bit of a distance away. I'll give them a bit of feed and distract them, and then we'll shoot her and then bleed her out and throw her in the trailer and take her over.
Hello, pig.
It's a nice little pig. It's got an egg there, so I'll just put that down so that'll just keep her still. Safety on. Going in. Safe. Okay, can you get the buggy, Chester, and bring that in close, and we'll pop her in the trailer. Well, where those pigs have been, I just actually mix it, so if we bucket a heap out and then let's just say that drops down to 60, I'll work with that while this is still going. Okay, yep.
Got about 62.
And Chester, can you just start putting water in? Just start bucketing when it's ready. You should be able to just grab that handful and that'll just now. Probably not hot enough yet. Let's start with this off. Okay, so the pig is about to come out of the bath now. Her fur, it's just starting to come off a little bit. So we're going to grab her out of here, put her over on the mesh and start pulling all the fur off. Yeah, so we're now just scraping the fur off because it's actually it's got it to a temperature, so the fur will just scrape off. So hopefully it won't take too long. We'll do all this side and then do the other side.
But I'm planning on.
So we've taken the fur off probably 1/3 of the pig, but it's now getting difficult. So we're going to put her back in the bath and soften it up again, and then go for a second run. So we're just making sure the temperature of the bath is brought up to heat.
Actually feels pretty heavy.
Sliding. There we go. And yeah, just pour all of it in.
Got him.
What temperature is that in there? What side are we on? I'm on this side. So, and also it's more like a thousand. Just grab the forklift. So what we're going to do now, we're going to dunk the pig one more time, and then any hair that we can't get, we're just going to get a flamethrower or a burner just to burn off those last bits. And then we're going to put this on the fork and then put the hind legs through there, lift it up, and then we're going to cut it open, gut it, and then give it a hose down, clean up before it goes in the cool room. So we're just going to cut an incision just sort of behind the knee. It's sort of a backwards knee, and then we're going to put this hook thing through, lift it up on the fork, and then we'll just give it a hose down, a clean down. I'll drop the head off, and then we'll go into gutting. Yeah, so now that it's up, there's a heap of hair that didn't come off. I'm just going to give it a quick hose down, and we'll drop the head off, and then we'll get a flamethrower and just burn those last bits. It would have been nice that they all came off, but I think our water was just a bit too cool. So to take the head, I'm just going to follow it through sort of behind the ears, and then I'll just break its neck. There we go. we've just done a bit of burning. We're just going to get the knives and see if we can just sort of shave those last bits off, and we'll give it another little wash down, and then we'll start cutting. What's that? So we've now got it all washed down, so I'm now going to start gutting. So I'm just going to come around to the back end near the bum hole and just cut around that, and then when that's all free, I'm going to cut sort of down the centre here, pull that through, and then all the guts should sort of pile out the front there. So I've only done this a couple of times, so we'll see how we go. Alright, so I've now cut all around that. So what I'm actually going to do now to keep everything clean, I'm going to put a bag over the top of that, zip tie it, and then when I come in the other side, nothing's going to sort of spill out that that butt there. So the reason I'm putting the bag over, if any poo or wee or anything, this is a female, so if any poo or wee tries to come out, it's not going to contaminate my meat. So by putting that bag on with a zip tie, it's just a real fast and easy way to keep everything clean. Now we're opening up the carcass through here, and then when I open it up, I'll be able to do the cutting, and then I'll be able to pull that through there. So that bit there will probably come intact, but as I said, I've only done this a couple of times, so we'll see how it ends up. So I'm just cutting in slowly because I don't want to sort of put the knife and stab and punch or anything, so I'll just cut in slowly until I just see it open up. And it'll make it easier for when I go down with my fingers. Okay. So now I'm just going through a bit of membrane. It's fairly easy cutting. All down to the rib cage now, so I can do a little bit more cutting, but I'm almost there. And that's about as far as I can go now. And now I'm going to come back up here, and I'm just going to open this up a bit so I can get in both sides here. And I'm looking for the pipes that go, the large intestine and small intestine, that'll go through a hole through here, and that'll be attached to my bag with the cable tie. So we'll see if we can pull all that through. So some of the work I can just do with my fingers and break the membrane. Other bits I'll need to get my knife in there. Yeah, I've got my hand in behind it now, so I can just pull it out of the way. So if I'm cutting on the left, I can pull it to the right, and vice versa. So I'm now just going to pull that around, make sure I'm not cutting into that. Now I'm just going to cut the gut away from the cavity and bring it all out the front, and hopefully it's not intact and we've got a nice clean carcass. So I've just cut through the esophagus, so like it's windpipe, and I've just pulled that out, and now I'm just going to nick through here, just these last bits that are hanging on, and this will all fall out onto the ground like that. There you have it. And I'm just going to grab the other bit of the esophagus up in here and just clean all that out, so we don't have any windpipe or anything like that kept in. And that goes straight through now, so it means I can hose in there and all the water and anything excess can just come straight out. Now because I'm not going to keep these front legs, so I'm just going to drop those front legs off here. Then I'll take it in the core room, and then I'll drop the back legs off. I don't have to do that today, but that's ready to go in the core room, and we'll cut up in a few days. you got in there? One pig in the cool room. We're done.